Greetings, fellow luxury enthusiasts! Welcome back to another riveting episode of I Am Luxury Idol. I'm your host, Luxury Idol, and today we're delving into the captivating world of opulence and intrigue. Have you ever wondered what happens to the lavish homes of the rich and infamous? Well, hold on to your designer seats because in this episode, we're taking you on an exclusive tour of the mind-blowing, jaw-dropping, and yes, the billion-dollar abandoned mansions once owned by none other than the notorious drug lord Pablo Escobar. From the sun-soaked beaches of Miami to the lush landscapes of Colombia, Escobar's empire spanned continents, leaving behind a trail of unbelievable luxury. These mansions, each more extravagant than the last, tell tales of a life lived beyond limits. Before we dive in, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you won't miss out on our upcoming escapades into the world of all things extravagant. Now let's venture into the one secret paradise that was reserved for the one and only king of cocaine. Pablo Emilio Escobar, born in 1949 in Rio Negro, Colombia, emerged as one of the most effective and ruthless drug lords in history. Starting from a modest background, he transformed into a man of immense wealth, eventually ranking as the world's seventh wealthiest individual in 1989. During the height of his influence, Escobar orchestrated the global distribution of illegal narcotics, orchestrated political assassinations and gang homicides, and even held connections within the Colombian government. It's safe to say that he excelled in his endeavors. However, our focus isn't on delineating how he accumulated his estimated $30 billion in unlawful riches. Instead, we will examine the extravagant mansions he acquired with his blood-stained fortune, as Escobar demonstrated exceptional skill in lavish spending. Hacienda Napolis. One of Escobar's residences was the estate referred to as Hacienda Napolis, which translates to Naples States in Spanish. This dwelling provided a glimpse into Escobar's more carefree and playful demeanor as recounted by his wife. Situated in Puerto Triunfo, Colombia, the estate sprawled over an astounding 7.7 square miles of land, surpassing even the size of Disneyland Paris. This extensive space was exclusively designated for Escobar and his family's habitation, featuring a selection of attractions that evoke a theme park ambience. Within the estate's confines, one could find a Spanish colonial house, a sculpture park, and a zoo that accommodated a variety of exotic animals. The estate also boasted a bull ring and a go-kart racing track, catering to both the safety and amusement of his family. Notably, this heavily fortified estate also catered to Escobar's fondness for automobiles, as it encompassed a private airport, a suitable place to house his private jets. Remarkably, even with all these amenities, there was still sufficient room to house his extensive collection of vintage and luxurious cars. After Pablo Escobar's demise in 1993, numerous original structures on the premises were either torn down or repurposed for different uses. The estate has since undergone a transformation into a family-oriented theme park. This conversion serves as a testament to the evolution of a site that was initially associated with a man known for his disregard for family well-being is now repurposed into a space catering to family enjoyment and recreation. Monaco Building. Throughout his lifetime, Pablo Escobar undertook the construction and acquisition of numerous properties both domestically and internationally. Some were intended for his personal use, while others were meant to benefit Colombia's underprivileged communities. It's worth noting that not all of these properties were grandiose mansions. A prime example is the Monaco Building located in the Colombian city of Medellin. Despite its relatively modest scale, Escobar resided here for a number of years. The Monaco Building, a 6-story gray edifice, featured tasteful decorations. Its crowning jewel was Escobar's lavishly furnished penthouse, an exclusive retreat atop the building. For a span of years, the building was Escobar's residence. However, in 1988, a rival cartel orchestrated a bombing targeting the Monaco Building, compelling Escobar to vacate the premises. Subsequently, the building remained unoccupied for several decades, even following Escobar's demise. Following Escobar's death, the site transitioned into a tourist attraction, drawing individuals eager to witness the former abode of the infamous drug lord. In 2018, city authorities made the decision to dismantle the Monaco Building, aiming to distance the city from the painful history associated with it. The location has since been transformed into a memorial commemorating the victims of Pablo Escobar, serving as a testament to moving beyond the shadows of a tumultuous past. La Manuela. It was estimated that Pablo Escobar managed to transport approximately 15 tons of cocaine into the United States every day, resulting in an astonishing income of around $810 per second. This immense wealth presented a significant challenge in terms of finding secure places to store the illicit funds. Escobar adopted the practice of concealing his money in various locations, including warehouses, fields, and among the sprawling estates he possessed. One such extravagant residence was the opulent estate called La Manuela, a property that Escobar purportedly claimed to have acquired through legal means. La Manuela served as Escobar's personal retreat, offering a tranquil waterfront setting where he could unwind from the demands of overseeing a drug empire. Rather than merely taking vacations like most people, Escobar chose to his own gateway. Situated on a 20-acre expanse in the resort town of Guatave, the estate graced the shores of the Penal Reservoir. The estate's moniker was derived from his daughter Manuela Escobar. Escobar spared no expense in outfitting the property, adorning it with grand pool, tennis courts, and horse stables. As a connoisseur of various vehicles, including aircraft and watercraft, he procured 15 private jets and 6 helicopters, leading to the inclusion of a sizable helipad and seaplane dock at La Manuela. Despite his powerful stature as a drug lord, Escobar realized that few places could truly offer safety. He erected guard towers on the estate, maintaining strict control over access. Tragically, in the months leading up to his demise, La Manuela fell victim to an enemy attack. A massive explosion orchestrated with 200 kilograms of TNT placed in one of the bathrooms caused significant damage. Following this event, the property was abandoned and gradually reclaimed by nature. Today, La Manuela lies in a state of disrepair, overgrown with vegetation. Nevertheless, the site seems some use as people engage in paintball games amidst its ruins. This estate likely served as one of many repositories for Escobar's immense wealth. After his death, visitors would scour the property, hoping to uncover forgotten riches. According to Escobar's brother, an annual sum of about 10% of $2.1 billion was effectively written off due to the unconventional hiding spots chosen for their money. These funds were often assumed to have been destroyed by rodents or the elements, or in some instances, simply lost. La Casa Grande. Not all of Escobar's residences were situated within Colombia, and for good reason, given that not everyone within the country was supportive of him. Among these private retreats was La Casa Grande, a property he constructed on the small Caribbean island of La Isla Grande. Nestled on an island with a population of slightly over 1,000, this is where one Pablo Escobar's most expansive estates was located. Accessible only via a designated boat departing from Cartagena, this residence was purposely secluded from public scrutiny. At the height of its magnificence, La Casa Grande was of such immense scale that it encompassed more than 300 lavishly adorned rooms, each featuring opulent gold showerheads in its bathrooms. The sheer expanse of these residences serves as a testament to Escobar's staggering wealth, which despite his best attempts to deplete it, remained inexhaustible. During the conception of this clandestine haven, Escobar commissioned a substantial complex. This compound boasted a mansion adorned with pristine white walls, a massive swimming pool, a landing platform for helicopters, and a dock. Approaching this mansion necessitated hours of navigating through the Caribbean forest, only to catch a fleeting glimpse of La Casa Grande before encountering an armed guard who would turn visitors away. Subsequent to Escobar's demise, the mansion on La Isla Grande shifted into government ownership and gradually succumbed to deterioration. The sprawling compound that once served as a setting for clandestine gatherings among some of the underworld's most influential figures was gradually reclaimed by nature. In contrast to some of Escobar's other properties, La Casa Grande did not receive restorative attention. Instead, it stands abandoned and forgotten, a dilapidated shell of its former grandeur. Hotel Escobar. Holding the position of the most dominant drug lord in Colombia meant that Escobar's life was a constant juggling act, eluding rival cartels while evading law enforcement. That trajectory of his life seemed to lead inevitably to either death at the hands of a rival gang or a lifetime behind bars. However, Escobar, leveraging his powerful status, managed to sidestep extradition to the United States and protect himself from those who sought his downfall. Escobar's steadfast belief was that he'd prefer to die in a hail of bullets than face extradition. Utilizing his immense wealth and influence, he employed a rather unconventional approach, convincing and coercing local authorities to permit the construction of his own prison. This unconventional prison was less about confining Escobar and more about keeping his adversaries at bay. Thus, the concept of La Cathedral, also known as Hotel Escobar, came to fruition. This wasn't the standard, government-endorsed self-built prison. After all, this was Pablo Escobar's we're talking about. La Cathedral was designed with utmost defense in mind. It was situated on a fog-covered mountainside to deter aerial attacks and guarded by a hand-picked cadre of men. Getting anywhere near the place meant a certain demise. Entering was nearly unthinkable. Dubbed Hotel Escobar due to its amenities, the facility resembled a five-star hotel where Escobar played at being imprisoned. It boasted a casino where he gambled with his own guards, a playhouse for his daughter Manuela, a spa, and even a football field. True to his love for the sport, he once hosted the Colombia national team, engaging in both hospitality and a football match. Escobar didn't allow this facade of imprisonment to isolate him. He frequently entertained guests and threw lavish parties within La Cathedral's luxurious furnished rooms. The complex was even equipped with modern communication devices, enabling him to manage his drug empire remotely. It seemed nearly impossible to rid Colombia of Escobar as he continued to wield power and terrorize the nation for years to come. Of course, history took a different course. While the government initially turned a blind eye to Escobar's drug operations, the arrangement disintegrated after reports surfaced of his brutal murder of 4 lieutenants within La Cathedral. In response, the Colombian government decided to relocate Escobar to a conventional prison. Despite serving merely a year and a month in La Cathedral, Escobar's escape from imprisonment was far from over. This marked the commencement of a relentless manhunt that would ultimately lead to his downfall. And there you have it, my fellow connoisseurs of extravagance. From the forgotten opulence of Pablo Escobar's abandoned mansions to your screens, we've uncovered the stories that time couldn't erase. If you've enjoyed this journey through the past, don't forget to give that like button a gentle tap and subscribe to our channel. Because here at I Am Luxury Idol, we're dedicated to bringing you more tales of the world's most captivating luxuries. Before you go, make sure you check out our previous episodes where we've explored everything from high-end fashion to exquisite supercars. We're your passport to the epitome of refined living. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the realm of excess and splendor. Remember, it's not just about the wealth, but the stories that have shaped these remarkable spaces. Until next time, stay elegant, stay inspired, and always keep your eyes open to the allure of luxury. This is Luxury Idol signing off.